Hi everyone, it's Gina from For the Love of Paper, and I have finished the most recent journal. That's an antique journal, and well, a lot of antique documents inside, and it is going to be listed on my Etsy shop as soon as I finish this video. So I'm just going to give you a little walkthrough. So it's a yellow sari silk tie, just comes undone. It's secured with oh, what are these things called? I want to say a grommet. That could be it. This sari silk got a little knot in it, but I can take care of that. I'll take care of that after the video. So this is a piece of printed fabric from Rachel at Roxy Creations. So I then sewed that onto this like blue ticking, added some lace. The background is documents that I've collaged on here. This is a piece of her fabric. This is a piece of like William Morris type paper, a piece of lace there. On the back, there's another document, some old paper. This is the other side of that little piece here. That was like a postage postcard. So I had a patch there, and this just wrap around. This is a piece of Florentine paper. So then you open it up, and on the back, on the inside, I use a piece of old vintage wallpaper, and this is like, actually, if you can hear that, it's like velvet or whatever textured of butterflies. So I just did a clear pocket here, and there's some ephemera in here, tags that kind of model the kit, and some tags that I did of my own. So there's some for you to decorate, and there's also some that I did. So then we start with some old, let me zoom in maybe a little bit, book page that is rag paper. Here's a piece of ephemera. A lot of ephemera is clipped in, as well as a few pockets, but not a lot. A lot of writing surfaces. So there's a couple pieces of ephemera there. Here's first of the digital, then just writing paper. Here's another piece of rag paper. This piece here has some ephemera clipped in, as well as some on the back. So I did give you extra book pages to use throughout as well. This here is just like a little, no, not remember the name of that. It's paper clipped on, but it's just a few pieces that are here clipped together with one of these brads. That's the word I'm looking for. And then this is an old piece from 1934. You'll see on the back side I had to repair it a little bit. So there's this old ledger here, 1929. This is just a little patch I did with upholstery and added a little butterfly there. This is another piece of the digital. Here's a really old piece of rag paper. I got some papers from around here, like a box of old things, and there was a lot of these Gettysburg Address in, so I put one of those in. This is a page here, maybe 1950. I can't really tell. That's really thick. Here's a really old darker piece, which I like the change in color. And here's digital. This is from September 1961 there. It's not gonna zoom in very well, but it's like a letter, and then it carries over on the back. Here's an old Hershey envelope, and then another one of the tags that you can decorate, and just a few pieces of ephemera tucked there. This one is 1935, I think. And here's another piece of the digital. This one folds out a little bit. This is like really silky. It's like more kind of like an onion skin, maybe a little thicker. And then there's this pocket here. Inside this pocket I made is like an envelope you could store things, an old piece of book page, a piece of ephemera, and then a tag I made. So those are just tucked in there. We keep going. 1963. There's just a blank guest check you could decorate, and then this little journal card I made myself. This was really thin, very thin paper here, and I used the technique I used in a different journal I did recently where I just put color on the background. So you can write on this side and you could collage on this side, but now there's a pattern to it, and it also makes it sturdier. And then we could go in some rag paper. Here's a German apple cake recipe, a vintage recipe. Not sure the date of that. Here's an old piece of leisure back onto the digital, old school paper, a nice yummy piece of darkened book page there, and in the center of the signature is this page from 1950. I can't read that, but I think it's Italian. Most things this folds out I get from Rachel at Roxy Creations. That's why I also use her digitals. This is a few pieces of ephemera tucked on here, and then one there as well, the digital, an old paper here. So now that we're on the back side, these are the second half of them. A little bookmark or tag I made there with a few pieces of ephemera. That's the back of that mix. Wow, batter is very, very thick. I like that handwriting though. Book page, again, I did the same here because this is that really thin piece. Because it was so brittle, I just put color to the back of it. Writing, digital. I liked this coloring of this, so I left that there. There's some book page and ephemera in here. Another tag to be decorated or just wrote on. I skipped a lot of pages. And here we are. There's another tag and a couple pieces of ephemera there. Another one tucked on the back here. I love this. I can't remember the year. It might be on the front. No. I don't see it because it's the bottom half. There's that letter continued. A few more pieces of ephemera here in this tag I made. And we're coming to the back. This is that piece I told you I had to collage together because it was coming apart. So that's just another old pieces collaged on there. A few more pieces of ephemera and a blank tag you could decorate. Again, more ephemera. There is a library card here you could put in the front or use somewhere. It's a really old piece of ledger. This had a little tear in it, so I patched that up a little bit. And now we're coming to the end. Just a few more pieces of ephemera there. The book page. Again, lots of writing space. Here's a little patch with a butterfly. And then in the back here, again, I have another big clear pocket. I have this pouch that was from a McCall's pattern. So $1.25. I don't see a year on it. But I know that's old. And then another piece of old book page folded in half there. And then this tag that I made. So all that is tucked in here. And again, it's nice and thick and yummy. It has this sorry silk tie. I'm not going to tie it up because I want to get that little string knot right there. But anyway, yep, that is it. It is going to be listed as soon as this video posts. So I hope you enjoyed this. Go check it out if you're interested, and have a great day. Bye.